Hey YouTube, and I am back again with a new review. Well, this will be a different type of review because this is actually a toy review. So, as a lot of you probably know or could have guessed, I love Crash Bandicoot. It's where Crash Bandicoot is where my YouTube name comes from. It's just Bandicoot with a Z in it. I wasn't that creative as a child. I love Crash Bandicoot. In fact, I have Crash 2, Warped with the really cool lenticular case, CTR, Crash Team Racing, and then Crash's Huge Adventure on Game Boy Advance. So I love Crash Bandicoot, naturally. But for as much as I love Crash Bandicoot, I've never owned a figure of him. And the reason why is because the Crash Bandicoot figures that were released back in the 90s go for like $100 on eBay. They're like crazy expensive, you guys. Like, dang. They go for some serious money. Like, and I like video game figures and whatnot. So I've wanted a Crash figure for a long time. But I accepted just never getting one because they're so expensive and kind of rare. Until, fortunately enough, Skylanders Imaginators came out and they announced that they'd have Crash Bandicoot figures. And I've waited and waited and waited for this to drop in price, honestly, because these were $30 for a long time, and I don't care for Skylanders. I'm never gonna buy this game, but I wanted these figures, and they finally dropped in price. They were only $15. They were on sale, so I'm going to unbox and review them for you guys, and it's gonna be a banging video. So yeah, we're gonna jump cut, and you guys will be staring at my table / the box. So, see you after the cut. And welcome back from the cut, and as promised, you guys are looking at my beautiful hands that are chewed up and bitten on because I bite my fingernails. And basically enough, as you guys can probably tell from a better angle from right here, it contains the two figures, Cortex, right there, that is Cortex. No, that's Crash Bandicoot. That's Cortex, and that's Crash Bandicoot. As it promises on the box, because on the box it says Thumpin' Wumpa Islands Adventure Pack Ensemble de Adventure. That's my Spanish accent. Then it says Crash Bandicoot and Dr. Neo Cortex. And this packaging is, it's okay. When I first saw it, I thought it looked really good, but now that I'm looking at it some more, I kind of think less of it. You know, the side, it has Crash side art, and on the back it shows you what it does in game. It says new challenges, enemies to conquer, so I guess this unlocks some enemies or something. The fun of Crash and Skylands. And then it shows you some other Skylanders because, you know, collect them all. It even says collect an infinite possibilities to create, ironically. And then, you know, more advertisements. Yeah, just like some basic generic stuff. The cereal box, if anybody wants to, I don't know, scan it. I don't know what you do. The contents, which is two Skylanders figures. And then more stuff on the side, just Cortex art, Cortex on the front. But you know, it's not about what the box looks like, even though I really enjoy very well put together boxes. I know a lot of people don't, and they just want to reach in and grab it. It's all about what's inside the box, and what's inside the box is what I've waited almost, man, like probably since I was like 14 to get. But yeah, I just threw the box. I don't care about the box, honestly. At the inside of this is some instructions, and that's another thing I don't care about is instructions, because again, I am never going to play Skylanders. Like, unless I find it for like $2, I'm never gonna play it. And sorry, you guys are hearing the like plastic breaking and opening. And let me just say this though, this thing is boxed in here like so well that I am terrified that I'm going to rip like the heads off and stuff, like especially with Cortex. And I'll get to that in a second. So there's Cortex. Let me just point my camera, adjust the camera. There's Cortex, and the big Mo, Crash Bandicoot. The reason why I bought this, I spent $15 for this Crash Bandicoot figure, honestly, because I didn't, the Cortex one was just icing on the cake, but yeah. So it has this stand, and this is for the game again, but I kind of like this stand though because it means it's never going to have standing issues. Again, these are just for figures for me. I don't care to play the game. But the Cortex figure, and you guys can probably see this, it feels super brittle. Like, it feels like this neck part right here could just snap if I just pull at it wrong. So it feels like there was not enough molding. And like don't get me wrong, the details on this are really impressive. Like every line of hair has like a wrinkle in it, and then on his laser gun thing, you guys probably can't make that out, but it's a little bit of green, which shows that he has it like cocked. So like, and he has tiny little buttons, so like the detail is really good on this, but it just feels like this was not molded very well. Like I'm thinking about, this was originally $30, and I'm not impressed with this Cortex figure. Like, don't get me wrong, it's very well detailed and everything, but it feels very cheaply made. This does not feel $30, like worth $30 to me. Even with the Crash Bandicoot figure, which this figure is great feeling. Like, this one doesn't feel like if I drop it, it's gonna break. This one feels like it was made of a lot of plastic, a lot of really great details. I love the ridges right here on Crash's fur, or fur? Is it fur? I love the swoosh, how they just nailed his swoosh from the games. Again, you have his gloves, and then his gloves, this is really small, so you guys might not be able to see it. Let's see if the camera will focus in on it. But he has knuckles, which is really cool. And then he's giving you the, Crash Bandicoot, he's a member of the Bullet Club, so he's shooting you, naturally. He's shooting at you. But no, he's going for the spin. That's the thing. The way how he has his spine curved and everything is the spin. But yeah, so the Crash figure is really good. I really like the Crash figure. But the Cortex one is just too brittle. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, for $30, I'm glad I didn't impulse buy these, because if I would have opened this for 30 bucks, I would have been really upset. But for $15, yeah, this was totally worth it, because I finally get a Crash Bandicoot figure, and I've wanted one for a long time. I mean, the Cortex figure for me is just icing, but to finally have a Crash Bandicoot is awesome. So yeah, not worth 30. Go for it at 15, maybe 10 if you can find it for 10. I kind of doubt you will, but maybe if you wait longer than I did. This game, Skylanders, just came out in like December, so I'm really surprised actually that the figures, was it December or September? One of the two. But I'm really surprised that the figures are already getting that heavily discounted, especially the Crash Bandicoot ones, because Crash's new game comes out in June. By the way, that game looks awesome. Buy that. But cheap plugs aside, that's the review. Don't go for it at 30. Go for it at a discount price. Besides that, I can't recommend it unless you're a giant Crash Bandicoot nut like me. Be sure to subscribe to this channel down below. Be sure to comment and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, YouTube, and peace.